Yeah. Good Monday morning, Middle School South. Coming at you is Miss Murdoch.
And I'm Mr. Bonnet. It's the 30th of August.
It is the Roar Report.
It is. Believe it or not.
We want to get back to our normal Roar Report procedures now that we're 2 weeks in, which
Absolutely.
will mean every Monday we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So at this time,
stand with us.
Please join us.
And recite the famous words.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Should have given you some time to stand up, maybe. But,
That's okay.
Hey, working out the kinks.
I can multitask it.
And did we just do that at the same time?
We're a good team, Mr. Bonnet. I don't know.
All
right. What's happening around the world of Middle School South today?
Well, taking a look at our cultural calendar. Today is Victory Day in the country of Turkey, where it honors those who fell in battle during the War of Independence, which particularly was in 1922. So happy Victory Day to the Turkish people. We've got a lot of student shout-outs today to start the day off with some positives.
That's always a great thing.
Without a doubt. If you hear your name out of the following students, come on down after announcements and get your shout-out card.
Riley Hopper.
Sapara Kadane.
Brandon Sarabia.
Milani Purdy.
Freya Wilford.
Bradley Cook.
Aiden Dunlap.
Maddie Sigler.
Colton Hall.
And Eleanor Cole.
Some great Roar happening in that 6th grade class. Very happy to hear that. So keep those Roar cards coming.
Absolutely.
When we talk about practicing some Roar, there are, as we continue to deal with the COVID, there will be subs in the buildings. I know, the COVID. There will be subs in the building, so we really need to make sure that we are roaring all the time, no matter what adult is in the building or in your space. Let's make sure we take care of that. Also, along that line, apologize for cutting you off. 6th grade teachers, I sent a list to you for some lunch lists for today's students. Make sure you share those with the students that need to know where they're headed at lunch today.
Super important. Take a look at some sports that we have going on today. Girls tennis takes on Upper Arlington Jones, and 7th grade volleyball takes on Reynoldsburg. So good luck to both of those teams. As always, send an email with score updates, any pictures you got, then we can share them here on the Roar Report. Big shout out to the cross country teams who ran in the Dan Reed Invitational this weekend over in Whitehall. The girls tied for 3rd overall, where they were led by Ajani Fenoy, who placed 4th out of all runners. Also scoring for South were Addie Leverett, Rachel Illy, Olive Edgel, and Olivia Lacrosse. Big shout out to Maddie Ward for achieving a new personal best. How about the boys?
The boys team came in 4th overall and ran very well on their first Saturday invitation. The boys were led by James Yost, Luke Ball, Owen Dominack, Austin Presley, and Jason Sarabia. Great job, team. I got a great emails from some parents on just how great and positive our team is and how well they represent Middle School South on and off of that running field.
And just strong sportsmanship out of that team. So lead by example cross country. Thank you very much. Other sports teams, take notes.
That's right.
We also have a funny Mr. Garber video from the cross-country meet Saturday. We can't show it to you live because that's not how YouTube Live works, but if you check your email, there'll be a link in there if you want to check out Mr. Garber pumping up the girls before their race.
Nice.
It's great.
Both the boys and girls teams will be in action this week, Tuesday at Gahanna West and Wednesday at the Big Canal Invitational,
Absolutely.
Canal Winchester.
While we're on the concept of sports or topic of sports, we just want to remind students, guys, that if you are a spectator at any sport throughout the school year, doesn't matter if you're in the gym or you're outside or you're on the football field watching, that is an extension of school. So everything that we talk about with Roar still applies. All of your basic school rules still apply. So make sure that you guys practice our code of conduct that's been in place at school, at these events forever. If you have any questions, let us know. But guys, if you are, if we get reports of profanity, if we get reports of you guys not being an awesome sportsman or sportswoman, then we're going to have some conversations down here in the office.
That is a good reminder. Just remind me that I think today is the reschedule of the rain out from the 7th grade football team at Middle School West.
Okay.
Pretty sure that is happening. I'm always going to be honest with you. That's where we got lots of parent complaints about the behavior of students. Understanding it may not just be South students, but pretty sure that we need to check ourselves because you will be asked to leave that game if that's the way you're behaving.
Absolutely. But on to some good news. We
Yes.
had a lot of birthdays over the weekend. So happy birthday, belated birthday to Toze Grozdanovsky, Mohammed Balde, Ava Evans, and Sophia Shivarelli. And happy birthday today to Gibson Smith.
Happy birthday, everyone. Below, did you want the lunch menu? Did I miss that?
Oh, no. Yeah,
Today is a a SWIP.
It's a SWIP.
And we're back. A switch. So today the gold group will eat
Yes.
first for this week. So you'll flip. Gold group has lunch first,
Mhm.
unless you're on the lunch list that a homeroom teacher tells you. Everybody else goes outside first, and then we switch halfway through.
Weather pending. We'll keep you guys up to date.
Yep.
Sharing a birthday with those people this day in history. It's the 30th of August, and in 1967, Thurgood Marshall is confirmed as America's first African-American Supreme Court Justice, and in 1983, Air Force Colonel Guyon Bluford becomes the very first African-American in space.
Interesting.
Big day in American history.
That's
today.
right. Some words of wisdom today are about peer pressure. Middle school of any place, I believe peer pressure is a tough thing to learn and manage. It takes a lot of courage to resist peer pressure, whether you're an adult or a young person. That is right. Believe it or not,
Absolutely.
adults have to deal with peer pressure too. To be a courageous human being can simply mean following your heart instead of following the group. Sometimes being courageous is nothing more than being your own person and thinking for yourself. Here's what Cervantes, which I'm sure I said wrong, famous Spanish novelist says about courage.
He wrote Don Quixote.
Nice. So how would you say his name?
Cervantes.
Yes. He who loses wealth loses much. He who loses a friend loses more. He who loses his courage loses all. So the next time you're faced with negative peer pressure, have the courage to follow your heart. We say it here as being upstander. You may lose a friend, but remember, losing your courage can be much greater of a loss. Besides, if standing up for what you know is right means losing a friend, maybe your friend wasn't a friend after all.
True
Statement.
Speaking of friends and Cervantes, I forgot to say what is for lunch today.
I know. What is for lunch?
Pepperoni, calzones, green beans, applesauce, goldfish, and your choice of milk, better choose chocolate.
Oh, my Lord. Sounds like a good lunch today. All right, guys, we have a lot of work this week, so let's stay focused and make it a great week.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.